Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down for Dalvin Cook. If the early part of the season is any indication, it might be a two-horse race between he and Christian McCaffrey for the rushing title in 2019. And the Vikings, they have not been shy about using him, and he's responded with a 100-yard game seemingly every week, including that Week 2 game against the Packers when he rushed for 154 yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get ready, get ready, go ahead.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed.
And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Number 53, Mike 53.
On 2nd down, Cook. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. We're scoreless after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's set, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Kings! Hey, echo! 54 is Mike, 54.
first down, they go right back to Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Real.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the 39, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On third down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep.
Come on, let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Vikings first down.
Check 53. Watch the run.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, check. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check. Watch 54. Let's get the ball. Check. Regular.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 20. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 47 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's second down. Cousins again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Cousins to throw it. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
54. Blue Dan. Check your hot read.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Run.
From the 31, Mayfield eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, high 7. Squeeze, double. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
3rd and long for Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins, and he'll find Thielen on the right side. A nice pickup there, 19 yards, and they're set up better for 3rd.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the at a cost.